Welcome. In this video I want to demonstrate some basic jazz piano techniques, harmonization techniques for harmonizing a melody, and specifically in this case just the first 8 measures of the song Someone to Watch Over Me by George Gershwin. The first technique is your basic block chord technique. These block chords are like building blocks, building from the root up, like root, 3rd, 5th, 6th, root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. First chord's an E flat 6, then it moves to an F7 in first inversion, so it's like that, then to an A flat diminished like that. So most of these chords are in root position. Later on, you might want to use more advanced voicings like rootless chords, but you can add a bass note to these chords like this and get a stride effect, and also add rhythm. It'll sound like this. Okay, the second technique is the right hand chordal technique, in which the left hand just plays the bass line. And I should mention, I'm just showing you these techniques as an overview. I'm not going to break them down and explain them in detail. I just want you to hear each one and let you know that there are different techniques you can use to harmonize the song. So now this technique, the right hand is going to be playing the full chord and the melody. The left hand will be playing a bass line, so you'll hear more support in the bass with this one. I should mention that in this particular technique, the left hand is freed up to do more interesting things in the bass line, such as I'd like to mention that in the first technique, the left hand plays all the harmonies in the bass line, and the right hand just plays a single line melody. In the second technique, the right hand plays the melody and the chord, and the left hand plays just the bass line, the single note bass line. Now in this next technique, which is in many ways the most practical one, I'm dividing the harmonies between the two hands, so that the left hand is playing the bass line, the right hand is playing the melody, and then in the middle the harmonies are distributed equally, or in some cases more in the right and more in the left, but the harmonies are going to be in both hands. So this sounds is a much fuller sound and allows for more what we'll call color tones. The next technique is called locked hands. It was developed in the 40s by Mel Buckner, and then George Shearing and Ahmed Jamal and Oscar Peterson also used this technique. It's similar to technique number 2, where the right hand plays melody and chord, but the left hand, instead of playing bass line, doubles the melody. And and usually the bass line was played by a bass player. So this has a unique sound like this. Okay, I'm going to finish up with the last technique, which I call the drop 2 voicing, in which the second note in the right hand voicing comes down into the left hand like this. So if I'm playing these chords like this, second note from top would be the C. I take it out of the right hand and put it in the left. Now this is going to sound, this has a unique sound to it. So it's a good idea to learn all of these techniques separately and then try to combine them. You know, mix them up like... So that's a little bit of it. I'm going to demonstrate these in more depth later on, but this gives you an overview of different jazz piano techniques that are all worth learning and very important. So thanks for watching.